Welcome to Rissa Rocks It at Design by Geeks. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these pyramid boxes. There are three styles to choose from. There is the plain pyramid, there's a pyramid with a short base, and there's a pyramid with a cube base. The boxes with the base can either open from the bottom or up at the top, and the pyramid version opens at the top by untying the ribbon. Now, no matter which one you're making, you're going to start by cutting out your pieces on your machine, and you're going to want to make sure to make this design out of cardstock. As always, Cricut users, you're going to need to set your score lines and attach them to the piece. See the video up in the cards if you're not sure how to do that. The next step is to pre-fold along the score lines. And I recommend doing the triangle folds last. Now from here, the assembly is going to be a little bit different depending on if you're making one of the ones with the base or the regular pyramid. I've added chapters in the description so that you can jump ahead to the box you're making, but I'm going to start right now with the box with the base, and both sizes will assemble the same way for both versions with the base. For the box with the base, you're going to start by placing glue along this side flap here. And then you're going to bring that around to meet the other side. Now between each of the triangles, you're going to bring those sections in toward the middle. And that's where your pre-folding really helps you, because it'll help that come together a little bit more easily. Next, you're going to close your box at the bottom. So bring down those side flaps and then tuck in the lid. And next, you're going to put whatever you want inside the box before you close it. And then you're going to string a ribbon through the holes one by one. And when you start, you're going to want to have your ribbon end be on the outside, because you're going to need that on the outside to tie your final knot or bow. And I recommend cutting the ribbon a little longer than you think you'll need so that you have enough to string through. And then if the ends start looking kind of funky, you can trim it as you need, because you can always cut your ribbon shorter. You can't really add more if you started out with a ribbon that was too short. Once you have ribbon strung through all four triangles, you're going to gently pull the ribbon tight. So you want to be careful not to rip your holes. And then to finish it off, you can tie it in a knot. You can add a bow. If you need to make your ends a little more even to make a cuter bow, you can do that. And then after you get your bow looking how you want, you can cut off the extra ends. And after you're all done, your finished box will look like this. Next, I'm going to show you the regular pyramid. And the nice thing about the regular pyramid is you actually don't need any glue for this one. So after pre-folding, you're going to bring your triangles in toward the middle, and you're going to want to make sure that these little curved side flaps are inside the box. So it's going to come together like this. Now, before you start putting your ribbon through, go ahead and put whatever you want inside your box. And then we're going to string the ribbon through. And just like before, we're going to start with our first hole, and we're going to want to make sure that the end of the ribbon is on the outside of the hole so that we can tie a bow. And if you're not sure how long to make your ribbon, cut it longer than you think you'll need, because you can always cut it shorter. You can't really add to it if you cut it too short to start with. And if it's easier for you, you can wait to put something in the box until this point. You just don't want to close up the box until you have something inside. All right, so now we have all the ribbon strung through all the holes, and you're going to pull your ribbon tight, making sure those flaps stay in the middle. And you're just going to pull that tight gently so that you don't break the holes or anything like that. And once you have that pulled tight, you're going to tie a knot or a bow to keep that closed. I like to do both. I like to do a little knot first just to keep that nice and tight and secure, and then do a bow. So I've got my little knot. I'm going to tie a bow now. All right, I've tied my bow. If my ribbon is too long, you can go ahead and cut the ends. And here are the assembled boxes. I've got the regular pyramid, pyramid with the short base, and the pyramid with the cube base. Thanks for joining me today, and happy gifting! We hope you liked this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe.